Once upon a sunny morning, in a cheerful little house, lived a girl named Ella. Ella was 5 years old, with wavy brown hair tied up in a playful ponytail. She loved adventures, and today, an adventure was about to find her, right in her own driveway. Ella was busy building a tall tower with her colorful blocks when she heard a familiar sound from outside. Clank, clank, swish! What could it be? Curiosity sparkled in her eyes. She peeked through the window and saw her dad. He had short black hair and a big, friendly smile. He was carrying a big blue bucket, a soft yellow sponge, and a long, curly green hose. It was car wash day. The family car, a shiny red sedan, was parked in the driveway, looking a little dusty from its latest journeys. She dashed out the door, her little feet pattering on the warm pavement. Her pink t-shirt and denim shorts were perfect for a sunny day adventure. Her dad turned around, his smile growing even wider when he saw her. "Hey there, my little sunshine. What's up?" Ella bounced on her toes, her ponytail bobbing up and down. "What are you doing?" she asked, even though she had a pretty good idea. "I'm going to give our car a bath," Dad explained, pointing to the dusty vehicle. "It needs a good scrub to look its best." Ella's eyes lit up. This was it, her chance to join the fun. "Ooh, can I help? Please, please, please," she begged, putting on her most hopeful expression. Dad chuckled warmly. He loved it when Ella wanted to help. "Of course, you can. I could use a super helper today," he said. He reached into his pocket and pulled out another sponge, this one much smaller and just the right size for Ella's hands. "Here you go, partner. This is your official car washing sponge," Ella gasped with delight. An official sponge! She took it carefully, holding it like a precious treasure. Dad filled the big blue bucket with water from the hose, then added a squirt of special car soap. Whoosh! Suddenly, the bucket was overflowing with mountains of fluffy, white bubbles. They shimmered in the sunlight, like a cloud of tiny rainbows. "Wow!" Ella whispered, mesmerized by the magical bubbles. She couldn't wait to get started. She dipped her little sponge into the soapy water, and even more bubbles floated up into the air, dancing around her. "All right, team leader Ella," Dad said with a playful salute. "Your mission is to clean this car door. Think you can handle it?" "Yes, sir," Ella replied with a serious nod, though she couldn't hide her giggles. She pressed her bubbly sponge against the side of the car and started to scrub. Swish, swirl, scrub! She made big circles, small circles, and long, soapy stripes. The bubbles went everywhere, covering the red door in a thick, white foam. It was so satisfying to see the dust disappear under all the suds. She was so focused on her work that she didn't notice a big glob of bubbles had landed on the tip of her sponge. As she turned to dip it back in the bucket, she playfully booped her dad on the chin. Poof! A perfect, bubbly white beard instantly appeared on his face. Ella stopped and stared. Then, a tiny giggle escaped. Her dad looked down, saw the bubbles, and wiggled his chin. "H-O, ho, ho!" he boomed in a deep voice. "Do I look like Santa Claus?" Ella burst into a fit of laughter. It was the funniest thing she had ever seen. Her dad started laughing too, the sound of their joy echoing through the quiet street. He gently wiped the bubbles off his face with the back of his hand, still chuckling. "All right, you little prankster," he said, ruffling her hair. "Let's get back to work before the bubbles dry." After they had scrubbed the entire car, from the shiny hubcaps to the top of the roof, it was time for the best part, rinsing. Dad picked up the hose and said, "Ready for the big splash, Ella?" "Ready," she squealed, taking a few steps back. Dad turned the nozzle, and a gentle spray of water showered down onto the car. Psh! The water washed away all the soap, revealing the sparkling clean red paint underneath. Ella watched, captivated, as a river of suds flowed down the driveway. Then, Dad aimed the hose a little higher, creating a fine mist in the air. As the tiny droplets of water floated down, some landed on Ella. She shrieked with laughter and started jumping and dancing in the light spray. "It's raining! It's raining!" she sang, twirling around as her dad gently sprayed the water back and forth, making sure she only got a light, refreshing splash. It felt so good on the warm day. Soon, the car was completely rinsed, not a single bubble in sight. It gleamed in the sun, looking brighter and shinier than ever. "Wow!" Ella said, her eyes wide with amazement. "We did it!" "We're not quite done yet, partner," Dad said, handing her a small, soft towel. "The last step is to dry it off so it's extra sparkly." Ella took her towel and got right to work on the lower part of the car, which was just her height. She wiped and polished, making sure there were no water spots left behind. She worked with great concentration, her little brow furrowed as she moved her towel in careful strokes. She was so proud of the job she was doing. She could see her own happy reflection in the shiny red door. Finally, every inch of the car was dry and gleaming. It looked brand new. They stood back, side by side, admiring their hard work. The car sparkled from every angle. Dad looked down at Ella, who was beaming with pride, her cheeks flushed with happiness and sunshine. He swooped down and lifted her high up into the air, holding her in a big, warm hug. "Look at what we did," he said, his voice full of love. "You are the best helper a dad could ever ask for." "Thank you, Ella." Ella wrapped her arms around her dad's neck and gave him a big squeeze. She looked at the sparkling car, then back at her dad's smiling face. "Teamwork," she declared happily. And she was right. It was the best kind of teamwork, filled with bubbles, splashes, laughter, and a whole lot of love. It was a perfect day. Thanks for watching our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures with Ella.